Okay, so we are now live doing a gameplay, game engine coding live stream, part 83, part 14 of the GUI stuff, and we are still on buttons. Okay, so we are looking at scaling now. So we had just started this. Remember. If we do it with, if we scale it, it was working. That way, but let's do it so we do button set label anchor X to button label anchor X left. I don't know how that's gonna look. Let's do it without the 2.5 first, and then we'll do it with the 2.5. So I want to see what it looks like without using the padding. Let's see what it looks like. This should just be flush with the left side of the. Yes. So if I was to enlarge this, what would happen? That's what we are trying to figure out. We was to scale this bad boy. Okay, so this needs a bit of a update. So on the left one, if we go to buttons, we had just come to the discovery that with the center, if we factor in the scale here, we should be all good. So if I do that here, again, I'm thinking, should I do it for the padding as well? I feel like we should. If I go to here and run that now, I feel like that will be okay for the left anchor. That's okay now. What I want to see is if I was to do this with true instead, what would happen now? If this is not okay, then we have to apply the actual. So that one seems okay. Because if we was to not do this, how does it look? Okay, so it's not in the same vein. So let me modify this. If I go to button, button. If I modify the padding to also take into account the scale, let me give that a run now. So let's just run it and see what we can visualize. Bank says hello Bank, how are you doing? Are you good? It's been a few days since you've joined the stream. Welcome back. Okay, so that one seems pretty darn decent. Yeah, that one seems pretty darn decent. So if I do false now, it should just be literally anchored to the left side of it. Okay, that's looking good. Now let me go back to button. Now let me check the right, the background width. I mean, literally anywhere where we factor in size, we should factor in the scale, like here. Padding, it's kind of a size. And now let's give this a test. So if I do right, and by default it's false. So if I comment this out, this should be small and it should be anchored on the right. If I uncomment out that right thing, there we go. It's a bit off, but that's just thingy stuff, font stuff. I have 2 hours before I get off work. Coolio, good stuff. Good to have you here. Hello Aries, how are you doing? Let's give this a run. Usually I can't tune in at this time. It's a shame. Yes, fair enough. Fair enough. You know, trying to get the balance between, you know, time for me. Obviously, I'm still a little later than my scheduled 4 p.m. time, and also time that everybody else probably could find as well. Because obviously, this time it's not bad for UK and America. Pretty decent time. You know, you're awake. Most people are going to be awake. Boom, done. Okay, so now let's have a look at button, and we got this slalom. Don't know what you're trying to say. Okay, so get the height. So we're gonna do this, but instead of X, we're gonna do Y. What's this? I am coding a game engine. That's what this is. And get character size. Give me. I would give you what? Give me some cheese. We will block you for that. There we go. See, I'm not too sure if we have to do it with the character size. So let's just do it with the top and let's figure it out. I want to do it on left. So now let's do the same thing but for Y, and we are going to say top. Okay, so let's have a look, see what we get. Not quite, because if I get rid of the scale, it should be literally flush with the top. I think it's that character size thing I have not factored in. Because it's not flush to the top, but it's a little bit over. But again, you know, I think you get those issues, you know, based on font problems. Plus, that's the issue with these fonts. But okay, so what's really what it should look like? So we'll say label character size. So we'll multiply that. Copy that. We'll also do it along there. And let's give that a run now. Okay, so I need to actually PB says hello, hello PB. Initials for my favorite TV show of all time, Prison Break. That's working great. So let's see how this should look. Let me just go and get some more water. Okay, you have very long lines. Those ones, yes, are very long. I know which one you are referring to, the one with the scaling and those scaling ones. Okay, so that's what it should look like. If I get rid of this and I do bottom now, let's see what it actually looks. Ooh, nah, it'll be a 142 error. Okay, so that's what it actually looks like. I have not modified it yet. 1 second. So that's not right. We can fix this. I'm positive of it. So if we go here, get height, boom, done. And we'll multiply this. The padding as well. Character size as well. Boom, done. Let's run it. I think it will be working now, and I'm confident enough to boom, done. Okay, so now what we're going to say is scaling is done now. Scale, not scale, buttons, button class scale. And we're going to do set and get font, so that's purely to do with the label now. So if we go to the label, we can get the stuff here. We'll have it here. Font, set and get in the font. So if we copy that, and go to button, and do the same for the getter as well, get font. Okay, so now let's actually implement this. Create method implementation. So the get font, we need to get rid of this, is really simple. It is literally just return underscore label dot get font. This one is a bit more complex, I believe. We're going to do dot set font like so, and we need to do it based on a file path as well. So in the label, if we do the set font file path, that ultimately calls the set font file, and then that calls the set font. Let's go set font. Set font. Okay, so if we do a set font, okay, I think there's something we need to do in here as well. Then we need to say underscore file path equals underscore font dot get file. We need to do this. I think that's what we need to do as well. Okay, so what we'll say in here, we'll also have a set font file path method. Set font file path. Whether optimization will use macros, I don't understand the statement or the question. Okay, so what we're going to do now is okay, so that's the getter. We want the set font file path as well. I have that here somewhere. There we go. There we go. Set font file path. and we'll literally right click, create the implementation, right click, create the implementation. So for the get font file path is really simple. Return underscore label dot get font file path. Okay, for the file we're gonna do something similar to this, and this is gonna be font file path. This is gonna be file path, and in here after we've set the font, don't need to do that, don't need to do that, recalculate, because we may need to recalculate the padding and everything and relabel, reposition the label. So let's do this here. Should we just call this a full reset, or for now let's just leave it like that. Okay, so that's that done. Set and get font. Set and get font. And we're going to do set and get style now. Okay, so we're setting its style. Set style, and get style as well. Let's go copy all this. I'll delete the methods in between. Get style is going to be let me check something in here. Is style enabled? We're gonna put that there. So set style is going to be underscore label dot set style style is activated. So we're gonna say something similar. Return underscore label dot get style. Return underscore label dot is style enabled label. We're gonna say not labec label. Say style. And 1 second. Okay, so I am back. Okay, so what was we doing? So yeah, that's good. But what I wanted to do is for all of these stuff, have a extra parameter that is const bool ampersand resize. By default, I'm gonna say false. So you might think, what is this resize thing? What are we doing here? You'll see this is pretty cool what we're going to do here. And let me put it here. Param resize whether or not to resize the button, and if I copy that, I paste it there, I paste it here, and I paste it over here, over in this bad boy. Copy that. Gonna get a bunch of errors in here. That is a-okay. That's what we are expecting. And grid resize. I mean, there might be a particular reason we want to activate this. I'm going to make this public. Nope, that's not what we wanted. So we are going to say resize the whole button and reposition the label. Label. Okay, so what we're going to say in here, we are actually going to call what do they use, padding thing. Nah, actually I'm going to get rid of this. Get rid of that. I'll leave it as is. But what I will say is in here, if resize, then we are basically going to do this, and we'll copy and paste this. Copy that here and paste it here. We will paste it over. There's a couple other places where I need to paste it. 1, 2. Oh yeah, I need to. I never actually whacked it in here. Set and get style. Okay, so how's the new Dudley Leisure Centre? Is it still in progress or is it made? It is still in progress. And are you relatively local, John Baker? If you know about the Dudley Leisure Centre, it's still in progress. It's coming along nicely. I've seen it on a number of occasions. It's because the foundations have been in there for a while now, so the frame is coming along nicely. It's almost done to the point where you can't see inside anymore. So the outside frame is almost done, at least from a visual standpoint. There might be structural stuff they'll still be doing around it, but it's coming along nicely. I think next year, well, actually no, I think this year they're saying it should be done. I think this year. Turn background off and on. Okay, that's gonna be a very simple one, but it's actually a really useful one. So we'll have a method, void toggle background. We'll have one that says void enable background. Void disable a background. Okay, so bool underscore is background enabled, and we'll say is the button background enabled or disabled, and we'll whack some here. So toggle the button. Whereabouts, John Baker? Black Country or a bit further out? Right click. Okay, this is they're all pretty simple to be fair. Return underscore is background enabled, and for this one we're gonna say underscore is background enabled equals no. Actually, why have I done a method? This was not meant to be a method. In all fairness, we should actually have a method for this. That mistake has shown me something that I do need. Bool. So we have the return type, no parameter. Is the button background enabled? Returns the button background enabled status. Let me right click, implement this bad boy. Don't want to do that. Implement this, and we'll copy this over. This is gonna equal itself, not it, so it'll just be reversed. And here we go. So before we do that, we need to also say in the draw method, if underscore is button background enabled, then we'll do this. Otherwise we won't. So if we run this, this should still hopefully run. Cameron Hussein said hello, 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 hello. How be the Ibns? The Ibn Saydas. How was work? I don't know who John Baker is. Slambro, hello, hello. Hello, Alu Gaming. Alu, Alu, Alu. I feel like having some potatoes. Who's Alu? We're all Alu. Ah, yes, we can't have that there. Here's the run. Should hopefully work, and then it should be fine. And what we'll say is button dot disable background let me rerun this. Alu Gaming. How's it going, Mr. Mini? All good? There we go. Mr. Alu Gaming, you need to go into the deads. Go into the deads. Man, catching up with the bench. A couple of years. Give me a couple of years. What was I going to do? I'm going to do the toggle, wasn't I? Toggle, toggle, toggle. Looking good. Okay, so that's working. If I go to okay, I mean, that was a very simple one. Toggling background. Okay, so hover. We should have some hover functionality built in. You already have it in the actual background itself. So if we go to drawable, so we should be able to do is mouse over. How much you bench, bro? Not that much at the moment, but getting there. What you did yesterday, obviously multiple sets, it was 38 and a half. Slowly, I've done in 50s. I've done 50 odd before, but I'll hit 100 in a couple of years. Don't worry. I should be dead in on the hex bar, but 200 by the end of the year. That's the goal. Okay, is mouse over. Don't worry. Wait till we get to the high amounts. Won't be long. Couple of years. And then man will be dead in and benching you. Copy that, go to buttons. Hello her, how is it going? Guten Tag indeed to all the Germans out there. What we're doing there. Let's go background dot is collect here all fine here, and it is Guten Tag indeed. Allu, how much can you deadlift? Standard every day. Yeah, 250 grams. He can definitely deadlift 250 grams. Now it's a weightlifting exercise here. Okay, so that allows us to check for some basic stuff. So if I do clicked. Clicked, we're gonna do hover is mouse over, and I'm gonna say fpd log : info Let's have a look. You really need to set up a login macro system for the login stuff. I do with the visual assist. I really, really do. We're so close to getting this done. The hover. I'm just trying to think, what should we... Oh yeah, I thought Thingy had a shortcut for it. Okay, so it's false. Still false for some reason. Ah, I see a bug. I see a bug indeed. So if we go to drawable, we are not factoring in the scale, I believe, for the is clicked. Yes, we are not factoring in this scale. So we need to factor that in. So this is the button rect. The button rect. Okay, so we need to actually factor in the scale. So we need to say multiply by underscore scale dot x. Just found a bug. Oh, you already done it today. Who's Bob? Don't know who Bob is. Oh, you already done it today. When's the game? Yeah, I did the gaming stream earlier on, at about 12 or something. What I'm definitely gonna do the Lego stream in a bit. After this, gonna do a bit of other work, do a bit of reading, bit of admin stuff. Maybe upload some videos. And then I'm going to do the Lego live stream now. It's running. No, it doesn't. The brother of Alice. Okay, so let's have a look. Seems to have fixed that issue now. Okay, let's fix that issue. That's good. Now what we want to do is have this sort of hover stuff. So we can modify the background color if we hover in it. But we also want this for click as well, not just hover, but also click. So background color, border color, text border color. Let's say text size. We also want to be able to modify the text style. Background color, border color, text color. Okay, and I think it's just the same, wherever it is, we'll just the same for this. Actually, no, I would like a, say, a scale option as well. We need an update method as a result of this. Let's have an update method void. Do we need DT in here? Can't really see us needing DT in here. No, I can't see us needing it. Update the button. I want to give this a commit. I want a copy of this before I, yes, is clicked and is mouse over. Is clicked, is mouse over. So I'll commit this and then I'll start implementing the hover state on the button. Stay hydrated. Need some of that hydration, Mr. Alu. Yeah, your Alu image is looking very dehydrated. You need some of this good stuff. You need some of this government juice. Dropping my PSX2 emulator guide soon. Standard 800k views for sure. Go and get some more water and then we'll implement the hover stuff. Okay, so now let's do the hover stuff. Okay, so what we're gonna say is we track. Do we need anything else? Scale position. Okay, we should be all good. So we're gonna have trackers for all of this. Not trackers, but something for all of this. We'll say button. I really should create this into some sort of struct, I guess. A struct. Sort of thing that her loves. Struct, and should I call it interact style. Okay, so background color underscore color. Okay, so we got background color done. And can I by default set a color? Can I do something like black, for example? Will that allow me to do it? Put red, for example. I'm gonna have a border color, border color, purple. I'll whack them into engine definitions after for now, so when I'm in here. Don't I have a purple? But no, but do magenta instead then. Border color, text color, color underscore text color equals color blue, color underscore text border color equals color yellow. You're living in the UK, so why do you spell color, color, not color? I do spell color with a O-U-R, but it's because when I'm coding and a lot of stuff made in America or by Americans or with American influence, it's O-R instead of O-U-R, and as is the SFML one, to prevent, you know, confusion, I'll just stick to the American one. Otherwise, when I'm writing, like if I messaged you something, if I just said I like my favorite color is red, which it is, I would say my favorite color COLOUR. It's just because, you know, just to prevent confusion. That is literally the only reason why. And I know people that will be potentially using it will probably have the American influence or be American. So that's the other reason. Border colors done now. So text size, this is character size. So this is now unsigned int. Here you gotcha. They use initialize in their function name instead of initialize too. Yep. I think I'll use that as well. What's size done? Text style. You would just do unsigned int underscore text style equals, I guess 0, there'll be no style, and scale, maybe a GLM vector underscore scale. Will that work? Can I just make it equal to something? Equal GLM vec. Give this a run, make sure this is still working, and then we'll interaction style. Oh, will that work? Okay, still works, that's good. So now we'll say interact style, let's go hover style. You got good viewers today. Yep, viewership is good today, pretty steady. How long have you been coding for? This 2011, so 13 years. So what? 13 years. Because that's the hover style. I must say, if is mouse over, then we are going to say, I'm going to say else here. If mouse over, then we're going to say set. Okay, so we need to do it for a few different things. I'll copy all of these, and what we're going to say is, so we need it for the background color. I want to call this background color. So background color. So I'm going to say set background inside color to underscore hover style dot underscore background color. There's 4 colors, and this is going to be border color. Set background border color to, I know there's a mistake that we're making here. We don't, since he was 13. Not since he was for 13 years. 13 years. Border color. That one will be underscore text color. That will be underscore text border color. So this will be set text Don't we have methods for setting the labels color, or is set label inside color, set label border color? Okay, so that's that done. So we need to do something for the character size now. So set character size to underscore hover style dot character size. So we don't actually make a backup of the previous sort of styling, so we won't be able to revert to it, but that's fine. That's an easy fix, to be fair, that we can sort out. And all of this I'm going to put into a separate method as well after. For now, I just want to test it out like this. So set text, set style, underscore hover style dot text style. Shouldn't the update routine just change the contents of the struct, and the render function renders the button and the contents of that struct? You mean the draw method? Because this is just updating it realistically. Now scale. So I'm going to say scale underscore scale. I should just be able to do underscore hover style dot scale. Boom, done. Yes. So yeah, this is just so the update function updates the status of the struct, and the draw function renders the data. That's like the draw function is still drawing. This is just updating it, unless you're saying this should be done in there. But if it is mouse over, but let me see what happens with this one first. If I do dot the reason I did the struct is because we're gonna do something other than just hover style. We're gonna say clicked style, which have the same properties. That's the actual reason I use a struct, so I can prevent, you know, duplication of those variables, and then I can add extra properties to that interaction style. Okay, so that did not quite work. Let me try this. Is this one not red by any chance? So have a look at that. See, we're actually coming back with for background color. I know what it is. Dot. Okay, so we need to actually have I'll do it this format. Yep, got it here, got it indeed. Red, green, blue, RGB, so red, green, blue. Let's see what we get. So this should red, green, blue, so you should turn off, I don't know if it's 255 or 1, should do like 100 or 25500, which is what it's doing. Why isn't the background color red? It's possible that set background inside color is not working. Should be. Underscore. So let's have a look at this. Go to definition. Set inside color to color. I don't see what's wrong with that per se. Let me just manually put a color here. So like color red. If I do that, if that works, then it's something to do with that. It might be struct. It's not too sure. We'll see. Yeah, that's fine. Something to do with struct. What would happen if I grab this and I put in this? So that works fine. So why does the other color not work fine? So it's expecting a color. Set background, set color. Then if I do go to definition, same side color, set fill color, dot get color. I don't see why. It's the FML color. That's, it must be the FML color that's buggering it up. Strange why it would be. If I go to color, no, that's not the one I want. Color, 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 set colors. Okay, so I'll do it like this. Red, green, blue, alpha. Red, green, blue, alpha. Maybe I missed that, but are you actually using the interact star struct now? What do you mean? No, yes, it is being used. We're not passing it in yet. That possibility of us passing that in, I haven't implemented that yet. I'm just getting it to work, you know, via hard coding method, and then I'm gonna abstract stuff out. Red, green, blue, and alpha. Red, green, blue, and alpha. We'll do get. For some reason, if I I'm gonna be wrapping up soon. So what was it? I was gonna search for C++ struct assign default value. Possible that I'm not assigning the default value properly. And that's where I'm thinking possibly. I mean, it looks the way I'm doing it. Let me try that. What they were just doing there. Let's try that. So how do you assign a default value to a struct's property? A variable here. Because I think this is the issue we're having. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We're getting some dodgy stuff here. SPD log colon info underscore hover style dot character size. Yeah, that's what I thought as well. But it's just okay. If this comes with the right number, then something to do with our color class. Because if we do get red, get green, get blue, then it's fine. Yeah, it's getting 32. So, if I am correct, if I do get character size, if I do false for that. Thing is, you're changing the values directly on the object and not in the struct used by that object. But I don't see how that would solve the problem we're having. The problem I'm having currently is when I get the hover style background color, which is this, and pass it in, it doesn't actually sets it to some sort of invisible color. Maybe the alpha is wrong. Maybe the alpha is wrong. If I do 255, does this work now? No, not if I do it in a certain way. Let me try this. See, now it just puts it as invisible in clear. I can get to work if I do it like this instead. I'll basically do this. This is the last thing I'll do here. But if I construct a new color object and I'll do this, now this will work. That works now. So this will be changed to border color. That'll be border color. I will change that in a second. That would change to label color. Okay, so this is underscore border color. Hover style is an instance of the interact style. This right here. Underscore like this way seems to work. For this, probably do something pretty funky, but this one should work now. Okay, so so a few things wrong with that. The scaling messed up. So when we set scale, oh snap, we never added this onto here, did we? I don't think that's the actual problem. Maybe. Oh, well, I think that is the problem. Okay, so that's fine. That's done everything now. I'm going to continue this tomorrow because I think there's a good half an hour left on this, and I want to wrap up next. I'll be doing a Lego live stream. Finally doing the Lego that my wife bought me for Valentine's Day, the Lego Ultimate Collector Series Star Destroyer. I'll be starting that. Got to do a bit of other work stuff before that, and yeah. So that's it. Thank you everyone for watching. I will see you all in the Lego stuff, and I'll see you tomorrow as well for a couple of live streams, gameplay in the morning and a game engine coming live stream in the late afternoon or UK time. So that is it. Let me give this a build. Appreciate your help and assistance as always, her. Much appreciated. So we got to abstract that out. Okay, so button class hover and clicked styling incomplete. Okie dokie, so this is 84 and this is 15, and good stuff indeed. Okay, that is it. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you in a bit for the Lego live stream. Bye bye.